What's going on, Nakamas? It's your boy Mozy here, back with another episode of Mozy Reacts. On this episode of Mozy Reacts, I have episode 188 of One Piece. But before I get into today's episode, it's time for another question of the day. And the question again comes from me, but it's based off a comment that somebody said. And the comment came from Carrot Boy, and Carrot said, "Imagine almost 2 months without hearing Chopper's voice as a weekly anime watcher." And when I first read that, I was like, oh my gosh, I couldn't imagine. I would have went insane. And then the more I started to think about it, the more I was wondering like, I wonder, do you think that takes away from my viewing experience, or do you think it doesn't really matter? And not necessarily Chopper's voice, but like what stuck in my mind was Luffy punching God Enel. So like when we first entered Sky Pika, that was episode 150. Then we see Luffy punch God E around episode 185. So 35 episodes later, we finally see that punch. That's roughly what, 35 weeks? So roughly 8 months that you guys had to wait to finally see that punch. To where when I watched it, I only had to wait about a week and a half to finally see that punch. So I'm just like kind of curious. Do you think, not having to wait as long as like months on end to finally see something takes away from the experience? Or do you think it doesn't really matter at all? I'm just curious. But with that being said, let's go ahead and roll right into today's episode. But a reminder, this is not a market substitute. You should always support the official release.
また戦士が一人いった。さっきの地震といい、クソ、お前らこそが悪霊だ。今ここで成敗してくれる。
Oh my gosh, it's so someone died. It obviously has to be these evil spirits that came to our island. That's the reason the guy died.
俺の憧れるシャンドラの戦士たちはもっと誇り高いはずだ。
小僧、この日が西へ傾き、再び沈む頃には、お前の部下の命が神々に捧げられる。
Okay. If he's gonna sit there and wait, that's fine. I thought he was about to kill him.
まさに神業。それで生きている方がどうかしている。地盤ごと。
It's impressive if he's able to get himself out.
おい、もうちょっと待ってくれよ。ヘイトが帰ってくるんだから。あと2時間、いや、1時間頼むよ。なんで火あまりなんかに。
見苦しい姿だ。これが神に立てついた男の慣れの果て。
何をそんなに恐れている。人の命を差し出し気休めにしている。
気休めだと。
生贄など意味のない犠牲だ。
Like, he's getting mad, but like, when has your sacrifice ever worked? If they worked, you wouldn't keep doing them. That's where I get so frustrated.
お前たちの神がどれほど偉かろうと、人の命はもっと尊い。
And like another thing about these, like, they burn the people, then what happens? They're like, oh, it didn't work. What we need is the fucking drums. That's what we were fucking missing.
罪もない娘を見殺しにして、平気でいられるようなお前たちにはわかるまい。
平気でいるだと。昨日の女が俺の娘でもか。
Bro, why?
娘に向かって命を絶てと。
従うことが村の戒律。我が子の命だけ乞うわけにはいかん。
Yes, you can. Oh, you're just following the status quo, man. That's not.
神の子か。神の血がお前を裁きに来たんだ。
今お前たちの村を襲っている地熱という疫病によって10万人の命が奪われた。しかし近年では地熱で死に至る者は皆無。なぜかわかるか。 特効薬を発見したからだ。これを持ち帰れば村を救えるんだ。世界中のどれだけの人々が時間を費やし、どれだけの犠牲を伴ったか、お前にわかるか。だからお前たちの儀式は彼らへの侮辱だと言っているんだ。
I don't agree with that because they don't know about the cure, so it's not like they're deliberately ignoring the cure.
ここで死ぬのか、村は果たして呪いで死ぬのか、病で死ぬのか、神がそんなに怖いのか。
How many snakes are we gonna kill? How many snakes are there?
俺は今何を倒した？
蛇だ。
違う！俺は今戒律を破り神を倒したんだ。
Crazy different perspectives.
本当にお前は俺の大切な村を救ってくれるのか？村は救えるのか？
救える。
Well, that was a quick change in music, but okay. This is why I know I shouldn't hate on them for sacrificing people, but it's just kind of like, see how they have immediate results from the shot? That I can wrap my head around. You guys sacrifice people and nothing changes, so that's why I'm like, how did you believe in it? It fascinates me that you would still believe in it with no results. They're gonna make this snake adorable. God damn it.
驚いた。孫もいたのか、あの蛇の。
蛇か。今じゃあんなに仲良しだ。
カルガラは村の連中ともなかなか慣れ合わん男だが、あんな笑顔は初めて見たよ。
Best friendos.
ついてこい。ここから降りるんだ。
この鐘の音。おい、カルガラ、この美しい鐘の音は？
ついてくればわかるさ。
My brain is not just thinking of like, didn't Nolan eventually? Yeah, this is a bad idea showing him this. Like I get they want to like show Nolan like they're sitting and everything, but now my brain is just thinking Nolan's gonna go back, tell the king like, yo, I found a city of gold, and then naturally they're gonna want to come and steal the gold.
俺たちはこの年の生き残りだ。黄金だらけ。大フォートした。
See, yeah, they want to go steal your guys' gold. You probably shouldn't have showed it to them.
長老以外の黄金財宝なら船に積めるだけ積んでけ。
いいのか、そんなこと。
村の者たちも承諾済みだ。お前たちには一族を奇病から救ってくれた恩がある。
Okay,
それぐらい。
fair enough.
しかし、お前たちは今までずっとこの都市を守ってきたのでは？
そうだ。都市を守ってきた。まあ正確に言えば。
Now I'm just curious, like, where did they get all this?
なんだこれは？文字か？
俺たちにも読めん。
お前たちの先祖が書き記したものではないのか？
ただ一つ確かなことは、このシャンドラという都市が。
Who wrote it then? Is it older than their ancestors?
それほどの思いを俺たちは守り続けなければならない。
しかし、こんなにも巨大な。
The poneglyphs are supposed to be about unknown history or removed history or something like that, right? This was 400 years ago, and he's saying that the poneglyph that he's looking at was even older because his ancestors didn't write it. So this poneglyphs are what? 1,000-year-old history that's been lost?
俺たちは逃げも隠れもしないんだ。だから都市を誇るこの鐘をシャンドラの日と呼んでいる。
道理で堂々とした音が鳴る。
そう思うか。
ああ。
Where would that even be at?
お前も好きなのか。この鐘の音がお前もいつかあんな上ばみになるのかな。
Alright, Kaito, I can see why you like him.
100年は先の話だろうな。シャンドラ滅亡から400年。お前たちはこの島で初めての客なんだ。精一杯もてなしたい。
それはありがたい。森に入って植物採集もしたいし、亀裂の処理も最後まで面倒見たいんだ。
提督！俺たちが侵入者から取り上げたものだな。
Okay, that's how they get their treasure. They just okay.
このドクロ型は確かにこの島だ。シャンドラという名はこの都市の位置を指している。ドクロの右目という意味の言葉だ。ドクターさん、どうもありがとう。
おい、みんな来てみろ。ノーランドが変わった作物をくれるそうだ。
船に温室があってね、いろいろな植物のサンプルがあるんだ。この土地にあった種や苗を置いていこう。
Didn't we see that on like the Sky Islands that it wasn't even growing on Earth anymore? It was growing in clouds. Is that Lucky's dad then? Because I'm sorry, his daughter looks exactly like Lucky. Could be Lucky's mom.
What you just said is one of the most insanely idiotic things I have ever heard. Everyone in this room is now dumber for having listened to it.
I hate that they're making the snake so adorable. It was chopping down the trees, wasn't it?
おさあ、ノーランドたちが来た。いいな。昨夜のことは口にするな。あと数日で船を出すと言っていた。くれぐれも早まった真似はするな。どんなにいい薬を作れようとも、所詮神殺しの男なんだ。
俺たちの歴史を踏みつけるほど偉いのか。あいつらは。
耐えよ。感情を殺し、彼らの出航をじっと待つんだ。来たぞ。
どうしたんだ。みんな急によそよそしくなって。カルガラどこだ。
もともとよそ者だろ、あんたたち。カルガラはもうあんたに会いたくないって。
瀬戸。
I'm guessing it had to do something with them chopping the
いつになっ
trees.
たら帰るの、あんたたち。
おいおい、待てよおめえら。急にその態度はねえんじゃねえ。
やめろ。作業を続けよう。まだ回ってない森がある。
カルガラ、ここにいたのか。さっきノーランドが訪ねてきた。
ああ、もうあいつの顔は見たくない。
It has to be more than just cutting down trees. What the fuck did they do?
ここへ来て1ヶ月。こんなことは初めてじゃないか。提督。
あと2日もあれば森を回りきれるな。船員たちに伝えておけ。3日後に出港、また海の上だ。
俺は正直もうこんな気まずい島には。
やるべきことはやってからだ。寝ろ。
こ
See, he keeps talking about his duty, so I feel like he's doing something good, but the Shandorians are viewing it as something bad. Ah, Alrighty, well that was it for episode 188 of One Piece, and I'm so disappointed in myself right now that I cannot rationalize why they are upset. Like I actually, let me rephrase that. I do understand, I think, why they're upset, but I cannot detach my capitalistic brain from like actual reasoning. And what I mean by that is that like they stole the gold off of the intruders and kept it, which means they understand the value of gold, but yet they let us go into that room of treasure and steal as much as we wanted and didn't care. But then we're gonna chop down trees and now all of a sudden you guys are offended. What? That doesn't make any sense. When in reality it probably does. They could easily have the same mentality as like like Native Americans who hold land very sacred. They could easily have that type of mentality, and they don't necessarily care about material things like gold, where it is cool to have, but that's not our main concern. And that's why I say I'm frustrated that my capitalistic brain is letting me think money's the more important thing than land. Other than that, very enjoyable episode. I'm really enjoying this backstory. And is it Kalgara? I'm not sure. They keep changing between like a C and a K on what it is, but I really like that he wasn't that hard to persuade. I really thought since he was going to be like this fierce warrior, I think maybe his daughter being the sacrifice maybe played a part into it. But like if his daughter wasn't a sacrifice, I think he may have been more stubborn. But I was really glad we didn't have to like basically fight him to like the death to finally convince him like, yo, we can help you. But other than that, I'm really curious as to where this story is going to go, because I thought it was going to be a happy backstory, but now it's kind of not looking that way. And I wasn't looking forward to crying, but it looks like that's where it's headed, so we'll see. But I do appreciate you guys sticking around and watching my reaction. It's been real. I don't want to say it's been fun, because it was, but there were fun moments. I don't know. It was a good episode. Let's just put it that way. Later on.